7 years ago, I was sitting on the floor of a bathroom at 2 a.m., not crying, just empty. I had a job. I had people who loved me, but I had no idea who I was becoming. Then someone handed me a single piece of paper and said, draw your future self. That piece of paper changed everything. And today I'm going to give it to you. The design your future self challenge is deceptively simple but philosophically profound. It's not a goal setting exercise. It's not a vision board. It is a structure, three-part identity architecture process rooted in Aristotelian teleology and the idea that everything has a final purpose. A telos, and your telos is the highest version of yourself you can consciously conceive. Here's what makes it different from every other self-help framework you have tried. Most personal development tells you to change your habit. This challenge tells you to change your identity first because habits only stick when they belong to someone. When you design your future self before you change your behavior, your action stop feeling like discipline and start feeling like destiny. This challenge has three layers: philosophical reflection, recreate visualization, and daily identity rehearsal. In the next few minutes, I'm going to walk you through all of it. Let me describe someone. Tell me if this is you. You wake up most morning already tired, not from sleep, deprivation, but from weight of a life that feels like was designed by someone else. You scroll through someone's highlight reel online and feel that strange mixture of admiration and quiet grief. Grief for the version of yourself who now exists. Someone, somewhere, but you haven't found them yet. You have tried the journals. You have started the gym. You have set the goals on January 1st with genuine fire, only to watch that fire quietly die February 12th. And then comes the quiet thought of all. Maybe this is just who I am. That thought is a lie. And philosophy knows why. So Kierkegaard called this state authentic despair, the misery of a life live on the surface, reacting to circumstance rather than creating from conviction. You are not broken. You are not lazy. You are designed. You have been living as a rough draft when you were born to be a masterpiece. The philosophical Charles Taylor wrote that the greatest crisis of modern identity is not poverty or pain. It is the loss of what he called moral orientation. We no longer know what we are for. We have lost our North Star, and without that North Star, every step forward feels accidental. That's the problem the design your future self challenge was built to solve. Not just motivation, but orientation. Not just inspiration, but architecture. Here are the three chord exercise. Grab a pen. This is where your future self begin. Exercise 1. The obituary reversal. This comes from Stephen Covey, but I want to frame it philosophically. Don't write what you did. Write what you were. Imagine it, the last day of your life, and someone who knew you completely, your deepest friend, stand up to speak. What do they say about your character, not your achievement? Your qualities, your courage, your kindness, your relentlessness. Write it in details. This is not morbid. This is clarity. The toys call this practice memento mori. Remember, you will die not to frighten you, but to focus you. When you know what you want, say at the end, you know who to be today. Exercise 2. The identity interview. Now write a letter from your future self 5 years from now to you today. But here is the rule: your future self cannot mention money or success. They can only speak about who they became. What habit did they build? What fear did they walk through? What did they stop apologizing for? What did they finally allow themselves to become? Write in the first person. Write it by hand. Feel every word, because your nervous system doesn't distinguish between vividly image, experience, and re-experience. That's not metaphor. That's neuroscience. When you write this letter with full emotional presence, you are neurologically becoming that person in this moment. Exercise 3. The daily identity statement. This is the one that compound every time, every morning, before your phone, before your coffee. You write or speak 3 sentences. They begin, I am someone who, not I want to be, not I'm trying to be. I am present. I am present tense. Declarative identity first. Marcus Aurelius did this. He did this every morning in his private journal. The book we now call meditation. He wasn't recording history. He was rehearsing identity. He was telling himself daily who he was choosing to be, and so will you. I need to tell you the moment this become way for me. I was on week 3 of doing the daily identity statement. Had written someone who speak their truth, even when their voice shake, and I had been saying it every morning. Honestly, kind of robotically at first. Then one afternoon, I was in the meeting and someone said something that I was wrong. Not slightly wrong, deeply wrong. And everyone in the room went quiet because this person had power and authority. And my stomach dropped the way it always did. The way it had dropped 100 times before when I had chosen silence. But this time, something happened in my chest. Not courage exactly. More like recognition, like my body said, wait, but you are someone who speak their truth even when your voice shake. And my hand went off and my voice did shake, but I spoke and nothing catastrophic happened. In fact, the opposite afterward, three people came to me privately and said, "Thank you for saying that." That was when I understood what Aristotle meant by virtue as habit. He said, visual isn't a feeling, it is a practice. You don't wait to feel brave before you act bravely. You act bravely until bravely becomes who you are. Victor Frank survived Auschwitz and wrote, "Everything can be taken from a man, but one thing, the loss of human freedom, to choose one's attitude in any given set of circumstance. He designed his future self in the darkest place imaginable, and he emerged not broken but transformed. You have infinitely more freedom than he did. Use it." Here is what I know after doing this work for 7 years and guiding thousands of people through it. Clarity doesn't come before courage. It comes to it. You don't figure out who you are and then start living boldly. You start living boldly and your identity crystallize around the action you take. The design, your future self challenge gives you the framework, but you give it the fire. You are not a product of your past. You are not a prisoner of your circumstance. You are right now in the moment, an architect standing before the greatest creative project of your life, or probably yourself. Design it deliberately, design it boldly, design it with the full weight of your deepest value, and design it now. Because every single day you spend without a North Star is a day spent drifting towards someone else's version of your life. You were not made to drift. You were made to build. Your challenge star today. Pick up a pen tonight and write the first line. I am someone who, then drop it in the comment. I read every single one. If this give you something real, hit the subscribe button. Every week I bring to you the philosophic, the framework, and the mindset work that helps you build the person your future self is already proud of. I will see you in the next video, the next one. Keep designing, keep becoming. Have a wonderful day.